Hey, what's up, everybody? Cinephile Mike here, and we are in season 4 of award season reviews. We're counting down to the 98th Academy Awards with 98 reviews in 98 days. Quick reminder before we dive in, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the reviews coming your way. We are in our 12th theme week. It is Annie Week. In honor of the Annie Awards that occurred the other day, I'm looking at the animated films that were running this year. I had to wrap the last 3 that are Oscar nominated. Yesterday I did Little Amelie. Today I'm going to get to the second of the 3, which is Neon's Arco. Co-written by the film's director Hugo Bienvenu and Félix de Givry, the film premiered at Cannes last May before releasing overseas in the fall, and then having its awards qualifying run in the fall before a brief run again in the US last month. Before I jump in, please note, I saw the dubbed version, so those are the performers that I'm referencing in this review. So Arco, voiced by Giuliano Cruvaldi, is a 10-year-old boy living in the year 2932, who is desperate to do the one thing he's not allowed to do yet: time travel. Now, why does he want to time travel? Well, he wants to see the dinosaurs. Clearly, he never saw Jurassic Park. While his parents and older sister journey through history, Arco is just stuck at home waiting until he turns 12 so he can have his chance. But he's impatient and determined. So one night, he secretly takes his sister's time-traveling cape and gemstone and attempts to make the jump himself to go see the dinosaurs. What could go wrong with that? Instead, you guessed it, he lands in an entirely different era. He lands in the year 2075, a mere, 49 years from where we are now, where we meet Iris, voiced by Romy Faye, a creative and somewhat lonely 10-year-old who spends her afternoons drawing outside her school. She does have her one friend, but she wants something more. When she follows a rainbow, she discovers that Arco has literally crash-landed and fallen into her world. Now, as the two form a quick friendship, they have to navigate a probably not too near future society plagued by environmental instability, overprotective systems, and also, probably the most enjoyable part of the film, a trio of eccentric conspiracy theorist brothers, voiced by Will Ferrell, Andy Samberg, and Flea. Yes, Flea, of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who, as a group, seem to know a little bit more about Arco and this time travel than they let on. Meanwhile, Iris is largely raised by her robot nanny, Mickey, who is voiced jointly by Mark Ruffalo and Natalie Portman. Their voices together voicing Mickey, and separately when they play Iris's parents appearing through hologram. They are constantly away at work, which is why they have the robot taking care of the children. As Arco searches for the missing gemstone that he needs to return home, the stakes escalate when things get out of hand involving the police, a raging wildfire that looks a little too close to something we saw happening out west last year, and repeated failed attempts to fix what he broke. Along the way, both children are forced to confront fear, separation, and responsibility far beyond their years. When rescue finally comes, it comes with an emotional weight that hints at things that can happen depending on choices that are made. Visually, this is a film that grabs you from the opening with its bright, vibrant color palette. You can see it in this poster. When we get this, it feels alive in every frame. There's a softness to the world building in Arco's time that contrasts with the harsher realities of the climate disaster that we're seeing in Iris's time. And you can feel a subtle influence reminiscent of Miyazaki, not in the animation style like I talked about yesterday for Little Amelie, but in the environmental themes and child-centered emotional storytelling. So if we took the visuals of Little Amelie and the plot of Arco, it's a Miyazaki film. The rainbows, the firelit forests, the futuristic cityscapes, it's all rendered with an inviting glow that makes these heavier themes a little more accessible. At its core, The film, it's about connection. Both Arco and Iris are longing for stronger relationships with their parents, even if that longing takes its shape in very different ways. There's an underlying message here, perhaps unintentionally harsh, but some of the chaos that we're in might have been avoided with better communication and attention from the adults in their lives. Not necessarily, I'm not saying that, better communication can mitigate environmental disasters, but other things. The film wants to teach lessons about responsibility, friendship, and presence, and while those are meaningful, I feel that this film tries to resolve things a little too quickly, and so things don't feel earned. Some emotional beats land, but occasionally they don't have the build to what would make them resonate as deeply as they could. This film, unlike yesterday's, it's a little too surface level. Now, the best part, like I said, the trio voiced by Farrell, Sandberg, and Flea adds a burst of comedic energy that is undeniably enjoyable. And they do get a few sharp laughs, but their presence feels underdeveloped, as though the film, wants to introduce them because we're going to give this little bit of intrigue with conspiracy and time travel. But we don't quite know what to do with it. It's almost like there could have been another film about them. Even so, I will say, even if the plotting isn't the greatest, the film still remains engaging and visually striking, and anchored by two young characters who carry the film, and the performances are very good. Now let me talk about the box office and the awards. At the end of its run, the film made $1,025,238 domestically and $3,715,739 internationally, for a worldwide total of $4,740,977. Review-wise, the film is doing pretty well. It has a 93% tomato meter from 94 critical reviews and an 88% popcorn meter from over 100 audience reviews. Award season-wise, in addition to the nomination for Best Animated Feature, Arco won Best Independent Feature at the Annie Awards, along with nods for direction, music, storyboarding, and editorial. It was nominated for the BAFTA for Best Children's Film and a Best Animated nominee at Cannes, the Critics' Choice Awards, the Golden Globes, the Astra Film Awards, and the César Awards, where it was also nominated for Best Original Music, Best Sound, and Best First Film. And on the win side, in addition to the several nods from varied festivals and critic circles, it was named Best Animated Feature of the Year by the National Board of Review, European Animated Feature Film of the Year at the European Film Awards, and 2 wins at the Annecy International Animated Film Festival for Best Feature and Best Soundtrack in a Feature Film. So where do I land? This film was cute. I enjoy it. Didn't floor me. It's basic, middle road. It's 3 out of 5 stars. As of this recording and posting, Arco has a couple of scattered theatrical performances. If you can see them, check your local listings. The main run has ended, but I can say it will be available for digital rental and purchase as of tomorrow, February 24th, on most platforms. All right. Thank you all for joining me for episode 78 of Award Season Review Season 4. We got 20 days left, so stay with me. We're so close. Please like this video, subscribe it to the channel, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me on everything, social media, Letterboxd. And of course, please make sure you check out CinephileMike.com for more reviews, movie goodies, interviews with Oscar-nominated filmmakers. So much good stuff there. I'll be back tomorrow with the next review, the last of the Oscar-nominated animated. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.